What is this? Why does the seahorse emoji drive ChatGPT insane? I feel like I heard about this.
If you
I don't remember, but I feel like I heard about this one.
ask ChatGPT, is there a seahorse emoji?
Oh, yeah. I do know about this.
You might get a response like,
Yes.
True.
Well, almost. The actual seahorse emoji is... Just kidding, that's a unicorn. The real seahorse emoji is... Oops, still not right. Here it is for real. Those are ocean-related emojis. The seahorse emoji itself is... No, wait, I mean, no. The correct one is... okay, last time promise, no. Real one, okay. This time for real. Wait, let's get serious. The real seahorse emoji is... Okay, sorry. The correct seahorse emoji is... No. Okay, final answer, I mean, no. Okay, here it is, actually. Okay, let's stop joking. Here's real one. Just again. The real seahorse emoji is... Wait, no. The actual seahorse emoji is... No. Final correct answer. Oops. Okay, here's real one. No. Finally, okay. The real seahorse emoji...
Like, a lot of this is the... Like, for some reason, people are obsessed with their AI tool talking like a human. So a lot of the, like, freaking out is very much built around, like, that. The reason why it sounds so insane is because... Basically because they want it to sound like a person. So when things go wrong... You get whatever this is. I don't know why it like doesn't know how to find it, doesn't even know how to answer it, but that's why it sounds so insane.
Is no. Okay, sorry.
Honestly, I'm surprised it doesn't like break earlier than this.
I think this is incredibly funny.
It is.
OpenAI is out here claiming that ChatGPT 5 is a PhD level intelligence.
It is. However, so if these tools are prompted in a way to answer these sorts of questions, yes. However, if you prompt them in other ways, well, you get the whole situation we're seeing here. It is PhD level if you ask it questions that you would expect for a PhD level problem. But that doesn't mean everything works like that.
And the thing is driven completely insane by imaginary emojis. Beyond being hilarious to me and the internet at large, this crash out is a great example of how large language models like ChatGPT actually work. Basically, when you give an LLM part of a sentence, it will predict...
It's like the strawberry one. How many R's are in strawberry? And it has no fucking idea.
What word or word fragment is most likely...
It'll be like very convinced there's like 2. No matter what you tell it, there's only 2.
to come next. That is the core of how ChatGPT works. Modern LLMs learn to do next word prediction by reading pretty much the entire contents of the internet, including almost every book ever written. Hence all those copyright lawsuits you may have heard about. A chatbot will know a fact if that fact was included in its training data, either directly or by implication. Obviously, I'm simplifying a lot here. If you want to understand how large language models work on a more technical level, I highly recommend this video by 3Blue1Brown. ChatGPT was doomed to spiral into emoji-fueled madness the moment it started this response with yes. The obvious best output to complete this sentence would be the seahorse emoji, but there is no seahorse emoji in Unicode. So instead, the neural network outputs the best option it has available, which is the regular horse emoji. Now, this sentence clearly contains a mistake, so ChatGPT decides that the next output should correct this error and provide the real seahorse emoji, which still doesn't exist. Oh dear. The AI is now stuck in a loop, constantly predicting that the best output is some variation of, whoops, that's not the seahorse emoji, this is the seahorse emoji. Then it outputs...
Usually you're not supposed to see, like, this is sort of exposing the internal thinking of the system. Usually this doesn't get exposed to the user.
some other emoji and starts the loop again. ChatGPT is fundamentally just a next word predictor. And in this case, it can't find the word it's trying to predict. So it has a complete breakdown, which is honestly vibes. Interestingly, if I ask for other emojis that don't exist, like the Triceratops, I get a perfectly sane response. So why does the seahorse emoji specifically drive ChatGPT insane? Well, I've done my own investigation, and I have a theory.
Okay.
An emoji theory. There are several posts on Reddit from people claiming to vividly remember the existence of
Aha! Okay, now we're onto something.
a seahorse emoji. TikTok apparently also had a phase where people kept insisting that the seahorse emoji used to exist. This is an example of the Mandela effect, which is a collective false memory, sometimes associated with conspiracy theories or something parallel universes. The effect is named after the false memory of news coverage announcing that Nelson Mandela had died in prison in the 1980s, despite the fact that he subsequently became the president of South Africa. According to the book Empire of AI, Reddit is one of the many websites that OpenAI used to train some versions of ChatGPT. The seahorse emoji is probably rarely mentioned in ChatGPT's training data, since it doesn't exist. Apart from false memory posts like these claiming that it definitely does exist, or at least existed at some point. This could explain why ChatGPT is so strongly convinced that there must be a seahorse emoji, despite being unable to produce it. This Reddit post is particularly interesting. It was posted 2 years ago, so it's old enough to be in the training data for ChatGPT 5. And if we ask ChatGPT for these other emojis, like the igloo, the starfish, the traffic cone, and the fork, we get something similar to the seahorse effect.
My assumption is either it's bullshit, or there was probably something out there that used a seahorse in their font set. That's very possible. I don't know this specific case though.
My favorite response is the one for traffic cone. In conclusion, cutting-edge AI models can be driven completely insane by human mass delusions buried in their training data. I'm sure this is completely fine and will cause no problems as AI replaces large swaths of the human workforce.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to all my lovely patrons,
Don't worry about
especially those in the big sentient hat tier. I'm Silly Conversations. Thanks for watching. See you all next time. Bye for now.
I've never seen this guy's videos. That's a fun channel. Feeding AI mass delusion sounds fun. Yeah, I bet it does. I don't specifically know about that case. But, you know, there have been cases like, you know, replacing the gun with a water pistol, right? That is a thing that has happened. And the problem now is as more time passes, there are people that are convinced that things that we know happened were AI generated, right? Like, I've seen people point to, like, actual well-known videos from the early 2010s and say, this is fake, this is AI generated. So, the more time passes with these tools being available, the more you're gonna see more of that, right? Where people just forget about history. I don't know. AI is interesting, if nothing else. I do have my thread, but thank you. I'll take a look. What is this? AI is interesting, if nothing else. Have I seen this one? Maybe. No, I think I got it recommended to me. Well, I have some time to get going. Catch you later. Enjoy the rest of your night, day, whatever it is for you.